What is up, everybody? We're going to get right into it. This is a very exciting full moon. So we have the full moon in Aquarius on August 3rd. It will be at 11:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's 10:59 Central, 9:59 Mountain, and 8:59 Pacific. Okay, so write those times down. Be very mindful of them because this is a very important full moon. Just a disclaimer, moving forward, energy shift readings are only going to be available for Patreon. So if it's something you would like access to after seeing this one, go ahead, sign up on Patreon. The link is down below in the description box. So let's get into it. This full moon is going to be in Aquarius. Aquarius, if I'm looking down, it's because I literally was doing research. So I'm not going to read every little bit detailed to you guys because we're here for the tarot. We're here for the energy shift. But just so you have an understanding of what's actually at play, we need to know this stuff. Okay, so Aquarius, we're actually in the age of Aquarius. That lasts about 2,000 years, so it's not like a decade or something, right? It's a very long process. This is what I'm about to describe are the characteristics of the sign of Aquarius. It's not exactly the person, okay? It's about the energy of the sign. So it's ruled by Uranus, which is all about unpredictable changes, rebellion, and reforming, right? Changing things, restructuring things, which is all 2020 basically. So in 2020, we're breaking down a lot of things. There's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of rebellion. And now we're in the peak, basically. That's what we're getting into. So Uranus is also the planet of the future, modern science, invention, electricity. Aquarius is a sign of airwaves. So there's going to be a lot of how to travel, outer space travel, things like that in the works of creation. Not saying we're going to start doing it right this second, right? So Aquarius, sign of brotherhood, humanitarianism, there we go. It's a fixed sign, meaning that it's stubborn and it's inflexible, okay? That's not bad. It's just you're going to run into a lot of energies of people kind of saying, this is what I think, I'm sticking to it, very black and white. So going into this full moon cycle, if you have that, be mindful of it because we do have the opportunity to butt heads with other people. It's also about extremes, revolutionary, but aggressive and rebellious, okay? Labels are going to vanish. So in regards to people being rich versus poor, rich and poor, that divide slowly going to be like this. Maybe not in the monetary aspect, but the way we perceive people and things, the way we think about, the way we communicate, the way our perspective is going to shift tremendously through the end of 2020. Now, let's jump right into sextiles. Sextiles are planets that are two signs away from each other, and that's about harmony. It's things that are actually working in our benefit. So we have Mars home in Aries, which is awesome. And Mars, I know it's known as the planet of aggression, but it's actually going to be helping you with the passion, with that persistence, with the drive to keep doing what you set your mind to, right? Not to let these aggressive or rebellious energies get in the way, but in turn, actually use it to your benefit. So I really love that. Being sextile with the moon in Aquarius, giving us the perseverance and strength to push through the obstacles that are presented, helping keep the fire burning, plus Mars is home. So it's very happy where it's at. Chiron, asteroid star, whatever title you'd like to put on it, is also sextile with Aquarius right now. This is the wounded healer. This actually started, I want to say on the 11th last month. I'm not sure. But on top of that, basically, so some of us, a very large portion of the collective that are probably just waking up. And when I say waking up, it's people that are just tapping into spirituality, tapping into their higher self, recognizing the epitome of what they can be, the ideal, right? Chiron is the wounded healer. It's going to help them resurface any wounds, resurface any trauma, any past life trauma, any resentment they have towards somebody, a situation, a relationship, a work environment, etc. It's all going to bubble up to the surface so we can go through yet another purge. Fabulous. Love purging, right? It's great. It's so much fun. But it brings in a lot of positivity, okay? So just be mindful of that. In order to have the good things that are coming, and I'm about to get there, you need to purge. You need to get rid of the old. Because our box of energy, I'm going to be messing with my hair because I was rushing to get ready for this live, so I'm just a girl. It is what it is. In regards to purging, our box of energy can only hold so much. And we have all this crap that we don't need anymore that Chiron's trying to bring up so we can purge it. How you doing? It's just going to take up the space. And you're not going to be able to welcome in new energies, right? So we need to get that out of there. And this is a very big time to surrender and be honest with yourself, okay? So just be mindful of that. Now, let's go into squares. So since a lot of people You're talking about purging and today just started crying for no reason and felt so low. Yeah, a lot of us, me included, before I went live, I was like, okay, why am I so angry? Why am I so frustrated? I promise you a lot of energy is going to be peaking. Just accept it. Just accept it and say, you know what? It's okay for me to feel this way. It's okay for me to be upset. It's okay for me to be angry, but let me not project it onto other people. Let me be honest with myself, recognize where it's coming from. What's the root of this cause? Am I really just giving power to something that doesn't deserve that power, right? And reprogram your brain is basically what you're doing. You're catching yourself. So that's actually really good that you woke up feeling that way. That's great. I like that. I know it's not a fun feeling, but it means that you're in the purge. It means that you're getting rid of things you don't need. So that's something to be happy about, as sad as it is. You know, let's get into squares. So squares are planets that are 3 signs away from each other. There's tension, but it's not things that can't be reconciled. It's just like that awkward tension, right? When you walk in a room, you see someone you don't like, and you're like, don't really want to talk to you, but it's not like life or death situation. There's usually a lot of energy between these signs, both positive and negative. So for the squares, we have Uranus in Taurus at 10 degrees, and that's square to the moon in Aquarius. It's important to gain new perspective with this aspect, okay? It's about taking actions around changing our point of view, the perspective, as well as our knowledge. So if you've been enticed to kind of explore a new line of study, a new religion, anything new, and you've been postponing it, you've been procrastinating, now is the time to frickin' do it. Stop postponing, get the knowledge you want to get the education you want to get, open that book, read that article, whatever it is, even if it's educating yourself on your higher self. Even if it's sitting in a meditation and getting to know who you are deep down, that's what's actually going to help you gain the knowledge you need to push you forward on your path. Okay? So it's going to open up to new studies, learning new things, diving into new belief systems, standing up for what you believe in kind of energy. But this, as positive as this is actually where you might see some butting of heads, right? That rebellion. Well, this is my point of view. And then you might have someone who's not black like you are, but white. Black and white in regards to opposites, polarities. We're not talking race here because I just felt some little peak. We're not talking race. Again, all those divides, they're diminishing. Race divides, religion divides, perspective, monetary divides, financial, right? All that, it's going to go away within the next 3 to 4 years. How does this shift affect certain placements or zodiac signs? For example, I have heavy water in my chart, no Aquarius except for the 5th. So I would check out the degree of where Aquarius is currently and see what degree your Aquarius is in, and then figure out what the 5th house is about. I can actually tell you right now. I have it saved on my phone because my memory is not hot at all. So it's romance, love, affairs, play, creativity, fertility, childlike spirit, joy, self-expression, and drama. So you're probably going to feel a lot of shift in regards to your relationships. And also check out where your moon is. 7 degree Aquarius in the 5th house. Yeah. I didn't write down what degree Aquarius was at for some reason because I'm silly like that. I forgot to. But yours is basically going to revolve around the 5th house. So relationships, right? But also you want to look at other aspects. So Uranus, 10 degrees in Taurus, right? So figure out where 10 degrees in Taurus is in your chart. And that's what's going to be affected by the new perspective that Uranus is implying. I hope that makes sense. That's why I wrote down the degrees, because this is actually where it's really important. So again, Uranus is at 10 degrees in Taurus. So look up where Taurus is in your chart at 10 degrees, figure out what house that lands in for you, and look up the meaning of that house. So 5th house would be relationships, right? 2nd house would be work. 1st house would be self. Gotcha? Make sense? I hope so. This is going to be a great time to take on some soul searching. So hermit mode, basically. Finding the inner peace, learning how to not let things get to you, taming your own fire. Because remember, Mars is home in Aries. So as beneficial as that's going to be to keep your fire burning, you don't want to be scorching yourself either by letting it take you overboard. There's a fine line with that. Let's get into, what was this? Squares. Okay, so more squares. So Jupiter at 19 degrees, Capricorn. Pluto, 23 degrees, Capricorn. Saturn, home in Capricorn, at 27 degrees, are all square Mars and Aries. Okay? So Jupiter is all about luck, growth, expansion, optimism, abundance, all that great shit. It's square with Mars. Mars is aggression. Mars is also fire. It's a great time to go after manifesting. It's a great time to set your intentions. It's a great time that if you're trying to manifest a shit ton of money, you're trying to manifest a new successful business, it's a great time to do that shadow work, Chiron, get rid of all the self-limiting beliefs and really push yourself. Push yourself, get uncomfortable. Because let's be honest, change is only going to happen when you get uncomfortable. You can't say, well, I'm going to take a baby step right now. I'm going to take a small step and it's going to bring me everything I want. It's time to get uncomfortable. If there's been something, but be smart, right? I'm not saying go spend $10,000 on a house or something or make a massive investment. I'm saying if you haven't yet built your website for your company, build the website, stop being scared to advertise it, stop thinking about what people are going to say about you and just do it. Do it. That's what I mean. There's a need to be really smart about these decisions, but be honest with yourself if you're delaying out of procrastination or fear. Okay. That's the point. Now, Saturn, which rules Capricorn and its home in Capricorn at 27 degrees, is also square with Mars. Okay. So again, the square just means there's a little bit of tension, but it's not something that can't be fixed. So Saturn's all about structure, law, diligence, discipline, responsibility, obligation. This is an amazing time to start a business. If you're trying to start a business, now would be it, because Mars is all that fire energy you need to push you forward and give you the perseverance. But you have Jupiter, which is good luck, Saturn, which is structure, and Pluto, which rules Scorpio, indicative of transformation, death, rebirth, new beginnings, evolution, revolution. It's an amazing energy. It is. Take advantage of it, but be smart about it. And if you want a full moon ritual, look one up online and follow it. I write things down that I want to release. I burn it. I set the intention, thank the universe. I write things down that I want to welcome in. I burn it because burning it is putting that energy in a physical form into the universe. That's just what I do. I do it for the new moon and the full moon. So if that's something that you'd like to entertain, feel free, you know? Okay, then we have conjunctions. Planets in the same sign, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, all in Capricorn. Capricorn's very diligent. Capricorn's a hard worker. Capricorn's very stable. Capricorn's very monetary focused, very earth focused, very the physical material realm, right? So this is a time to bring that shit into the material realm. So Jupiter and Pluto is all about luck and transformation, things working in your favor. These are beneficial conjunctions. These are beneficial relationships. Jupiter and Saturn, which is all luck, growth, expansion, and more structure. It's basically the same thing as in regards to Mars, just without that push. Mars is the push, but that push can turn into frustration and anger. So that's why it's a fine line. There's a lot of amazing energy right now, but you need to harness it correctly. You need to not let the fear, not let the doubt, not let the scarcity mindset get in the way of your goals, okay? I have a book that I'm actually reading to help with my own scarcity mindset, because I do have it. I'm human, right? Around money, around limiting myself on what I really could be doing right now with my life. And it is called, You Are a Badass at Making Money. I will get it at the end and show it to you, but it's on my table over there. But it's an easy read, and it talks a lot more about shifting your mindset than it does just in relation to money. It can be applied in a lot of different ways. Okay, any questions before I move on to the tarot? Yes, it does make sense. It does. Okay, so let's see. What do I want to start with? What's good? Let's do animal. Animal Spirit Oracle. Because I was doing my own meditation for this energy. I'm sorry, it's hot as all hot tamales up in here. Okay, let's see what we got. Show me what I need to see for the collective for this full moon in Aquarius. Show me what I need to see for the... Okay, so some of you are going to have people that are very resistant to changing, very resistant to stepping into new earth. And guys, we're already in new earth. When I say new earth, it's just the new perspective, new way of living, new energies around us. We're already in it. It's here. It's just a matter of people accepting it. And that's probably why we have so much like fluctuation in what's going on in the world right now, because we have people that are jumping on board and people that are jumping ship. So be mindful of that, because the people that are jumping ship might try to drag you down. And that's where you just need to draw that fine line, that boundary, and say, listen, I have my own ambitions. I have my own goals I want to go after. Hey, Carrie, how are you? I love you too. I have my own things I'm going after. And it's time to serve yourself but realize it's out of a sense of self-empowerment, not being selfish. There is a difference. Okay, there's a big difference between being selfish and being self-serving in a sense that's actually benefiting you. When I say self-serving, I don't mean it in like a very selfish manner. I mean in a way of, I need to guard my own energy right now because you're kind of taking my attention away from things that are a priority. And it's not that I don't love you. It's simply that I can't hold your hand through your transformation because I'm going through one of my own. This is a very common theme right now. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a little blunt, guys. I'm sorry. If I ever get like too sassy or blunt, like feel free to call me out. Yeah, even in my personal readings, I have people call me, you're like the mom that slaps me silly. And I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. It's probably because I have a mother who slaps me silly. So it makes sense. Let's see what's going on with you guys. But just be mindful. There's going to be people that are really scared of change. And especially if you're nurturing motherly energy, or if you have that very helper energy, healer energy, people are going to cling to you and want to kind of suck you down. And just be mindful of that. You're going to know. If that's you, you're going to know. I really feel that with a lot of friendships and a lot of romantic relationships. You guys are freaking cute. Okay. Feels like not the best way to be. No bullshit, straightforward. I love that because yes. Yeah, shoot you straight. We're not here to sugarcoat. We're here to get better, right? So let's see what's going on for this full moon in Aquarius for the collective. I almost said Sag. Wow, this has been coming out left and right. And a lot of the readings I've been doing the past week for not only patron, but a lot of personal readings tend to the small things. Remember, these are those energy vampires, the people that are taking your focus off of the things that truly need your attention. I'm not saying you have to do leaps and bounds right now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's time to be practical and be diligent and be very structured in what you do. If you have stopped working out since quarantine, it's a time to wake up earlier, get your diet right, start taking care of the physical vessel, and then start your day better, be more productive, be more diligent, be more disciplined, Capricorn, with yourself, okay? We have a lot of aspects in Capricorn right now. Let's get another. Thank you. That was quick. Wow, co-create with spirit. Like I said, it's a massive time for manifestation. This is all because of Chiron. All this energy in reverse feels like the delays are because we're still going through a purge. I just hear lagging. And it's not bad. It's just that time is ticking. So if you've been procrastinating, if you've been lagging on doing what you want to do, on learning what you want to learn, do it. Do it. It is time. It is time. There's no room for fear or doubt. Because let me ask you, when has fear or doubt actually ever served you well? Other than stopping you from doing what you want to do. Okay, what's going on over here? Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Any final energies for the collective for the full moon in Aquarius? Any final energies for the full moon in Aquarius? Oh my gosh, guys. We're talking about a massive purge here. Beautiful. Overall energy for this full moon of rebirth is assured. Bat spirit, number 5, indicative of change. I really like that. The next two cards that came out together, time to let go, groundhog spirit in reverse, 31, breaking down to a 4, all about stability. Frog spirit in reverse, clear out the clutter. That's all about clearing out our box of energy of the crap that does not serve us, whether it be physical things, like let's say my bowl of sage. This takes up energy. If it doesn't serve me, if I'm not freaking using it, it's time to get rid of it, get it out of your house. It's taking up energetic space. The same thing goes for things that aren't in the physical realm. Same thing goes for emotions. Same thing goes for people, environments. It's time to clear out the clutter, okay? Both in reverse. We have a lot of reversals. This just feels like delays. I do think it's going to be the first 2 weeks of August. I do think it's going to be the first 2 weeks that are kind of going to feel very laggy, a little bit heavy, and it's really time to address the things that you've been ignoring or sweeping under the rug. Okay. I'm actually going to do this reading the way I do my Patreon readings. I'm not going to do past, present, future spread. You know, we do some fun shit on Patreon. So we're going to do it here. We're going to be using Revelations Tarot. I'm going to use this to actually dive deeper into the current energies we have out on the board. I want to look at clear out the clutter. I really want to see what we're holding on to. Hi, Polly. How are you? If you see me leaning, it's because I'm blind, okay? Let's see. What's going on with Frog Spirit? Why is Frog Spirit here for the collective, for the full moon in Aquarius on August 3rd? Why is Frog Spirit here for the collective? And I'm going to apologize in advance if I miss any super chats you guys send. I appreciate everything you guys send. It's just my first reading. I'm a wide open channel, and we have really heavy energy here. So it's going to be an intense reading. Oh, I love this. You got the moon and the magician. I think the moon is just validation about the energies that we're in. And the magician is all about manifesting what you want. It's time to clear out the things that no longer serve you because it's literally waiting. It's waiting in the universe and you're not even aware of it. And it's trying to come in. It's already manifested, but there's things that need to be released in order for that energy to enter. It just needs to be released. I might read clear out the clutter for you guys after I do these cards, just so you can actually hear it, because I think some of you need to hear the actual message from the book. Co-create with Spirit, 10 of Cups. If you want to achieve your happiness, if you want to achieve what your 10 of Cups is, because let's be honest, the 10 of Cups is going to be different for everybody. We all have a different definition of emotional fulfillment. Do you have a spirit animal or advice deck? I would love if you could pull a card for me. I need some guidance right now with all the crazy energies. Yes, at the end, I will try to do some like super chat questions for you guys. So you super chat and then I'll answer your question like that. I can do that for you guys for sure. I will have to change my camera battery, which is why I'm talking really fast, because I have a brand new battery in it, but they only last for like an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, so co-create with Spirit. This is a time to manifest what's emotionally fulfilling for you guys. What's emotionally going to help you have that sense of stability within self. This just feels within self, because when you have the 10 of Cups within self, that's when you're going to be able to attract it with your other energies. There is energies that are holding you guys back. I can feel people holding on. Queen of Wands. That's my master manifestor card, the Queen of Wands. I love this deck. I can't believe I haven't used it before. It does sound like the Capricorn reading. It does. We have a lot of things in Capricorn, though. We have a lot of aspects. Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto are all in Capricorn, all about abundance, prosperity, good luck, good fortune, transformation. And the Queen of Wands is all about co-creating with Spirit. And it's clarified on the crone energy, right? That manifestation energy. This is what you guys are working toward, and this is what's attainable. This is what we can have. But there's a need to clear out the clutter in the mind space and be more practical about what's actually going on here. Because there's things in the mind, it's almost like this disbelief that you can have it. Like there's part of you, the spiritual side of you that's like, oh my gosh, it's coming and I know it's going to be here. And then there's the part of you that's the wounded child that's deep down. It's like, well, who are you to think you can actually have it though? And that child's actually louder than the spiritual self, because you need to heal the wounded child. You need to heal the wounded inner part of you that is suppressed, that's not being addressed, that's not being acknowledged. Because without acknowledging that, that energy is still there. So you need to go back down to the foundation, because think about it. When you're a child, I say wounded child, not that everybody's a wounded child, but think about it. In childhood, you're a clean slate. You intake all the environment around you, and that imprints on you. Everything that other people say. So if you don't want to, let's say you come from a broken home and you acquaint money with anger and fighting and frustration because your parents divorced and there was a lot of fighting about money, you know, there's a limiting self-belief around money there that needs to be addressed, because whether or not it's relative to you and your experience with it, that's what you acquaint it with on a very deep level. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Let's look at Groundhog Spirit. Time to let go. I want to see what you're trying to release. There's a lot of struggle to release it. A lot of it, I just feels like reluctant. Like, and it's almost because it's just familiar. A lot of you, this is a romantic relationship. Some of you, it's a workplace you've been for a very long time that pays you really well and you want to start your own business, but there's this fear about money around it. And that fear needs to be released because it's literally the universe pushing you on your path. So let's look at Groundhog Spirit. That was quick. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. You need to let go of the idea that you can't have the stability, that you can't have your own abundance, that you can't build your own legacy, because you finally can. You can. It's time to let go of the scarcity mindset. It's time to let go of the thought that it's not feasible. It definitely is. That's a limiting belief. This is that Chiron. It's the wounded healer coming in to help you purge all this energy, but you need to actually acknowledge it and work through it. The Devil in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, Five of Cups, and the Six of Wands. There's the scarcity mindset around the victory. The Five of Cups with the Six of Wands. You know that there's an opportunity to have it because it wouldn't be showing up, the Six of Wands, if there wasn't a true opportunity to have the victory, right? But the Five of Cups is that emotional distress, is that doubt that's surrounding it. Then we have the Knight of Swords and the Devil, both in reverse. So that low vibe energy, the energy of I can't do it, the doubt, the fear, that's actually what's delaying you from taking the action forward. Knight of Swords. And finally, let's look at Mouse Spirit. Why is Mouse Spirit here? I'm going to read Frog Spirit and Crow Spirit from the book. I'm not too concerned about the other two. Why is Mouse Spirit here for the collective, for this full moon in Aquarius? Queen of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's time to get clarity about what you really feel deep down emotionally because those are the small things that need to be tended to. What are you not acknowledging? What is suppressed so far down that it's actually creating a block deep within you? Because we all know that this brand new beginning is here. We all know that great shit is coming. We can all feel it, especially if you're an empath, especially if you're a light worker, you know it's been coming. And August is kind of like the month of like, oh shit, it is here. Now that it's here, how do I break down this big old brick wall that is right between me and my amazing gift? You can only go within to find it, right? So some of you, again, this is work. Some of you, it's just getting in touch with your higher self. And some of you, it's people that you need to get rid of that aren't serving you. Let's look at the rebirth. Because like I said, the first 2 weeks of August are what feel like the purge. And the rebirth feels like the last half of August. Because it's assured, says Bat Spirit. Beautiful. The Hermit, Virgo energy. In order to have the rebirth, the transformation, there's the meditation, the going within, connecting with the higher self. We all knew it was going to come out, right? Not shocked whatsoever. I've been waiting on the impeding explosion, right? It's coming. It feels like a big bang for sure. There it is, the Seven of Cups in the Tower. The acknowledgement, I know it's coming. I know the change is coming, but I know I need to prepare for it. Seven of Cups in reverse is that clarity, and there's the explosion. You called it, Polly. You called it. There it is. Beautiful. I love it. Bottom of the deck, the determination, that Mars energy, that fire energy, Seven of Wands, the perseverance to move forward. Absolutely love it. Love it. Okay. One, we're going to read these two cards really quick, but then I'm actually going to pull from Soul's Journey. I want to see what this blockage is in the chakras. I do feel a lot of sacral chakra being influenced, which is a lot of self-worth, personal power. Okay. So let's read these two. Let me clear this board. I'm going to use this deck more often. It's gorgeous. I've had it forever. It's one of my first decks, and I never use it. And it's just hard for my camera to focus on it, though. Okay, so let's read Crow Spirit 17. Opened up right to it. Beautiful. Protection message. Crow Spirit wants to know why you think there was no magic in the world, or do you believe that there once was, but it ran out, leaving nothing but ordinariness. Although conditions have become challenging, you have no reason to believe that everything you've set an intention for will elude you. Right now, the outer world is shifting. Can you feel it? Yes, we can. We just talked about it. Maybe you're fretting over experiencing the results of some of your poor choices or judgment from the past. Crow Spirit is here to remind you that you can always course correct and get back on track. Diligence. Remember that Seven of Wands. It's time to get back on track. Maybe you've been hit by a loss or disappointment as a result of an event that had absolutely nothing to do with your manifesting, yet it has shaken you to the core. I feel like that's referring to the energies around you, the people around you that might be trying to drag you down, right? So just be mindful of that. Crow Spirit asks you to trust that no matter the temporary conditions, things will right themselves very soon. The law of balance makes it inevitable that this too shall pass. Then we have Frog Spirit. This is the one I'm really concerned about because this is just holding on to things that do not serve you. Okay. Yes. 28, breaking down to a 10. This is kind of like that 10 of Wands energy. It's time to release the burden. What's weighing you down? Is it time for a spiritual and psychic cleansing? Are you overdue for letting go of the voices that surround you? They may have started to get into your head, these voices that bog you down and keep you from leaping forward into a better situation. Let others croak and create the dramas while you make space for yourself and for hearing your own thoughts as they arise. Declutter your schedule and stop trying to do it all and then some. Let others manage their own baggage rather than allowing it to be dumped on you. Like I said, it's like you have a friend that's like, I'm going through a transformation and I'm resisting it and I want you to stay here with me or I want you to help me. And you're like, no, I got my own going on. I don't have time to handle you because I got to focus on me. That's not selfish. That's setting healthy boundaries. It's not your job to save other people. They will not grow if you come to their savior every single time. It's just not going to happen. They need to fall on their butt and learn by their own. Okay? Frog spirit may also come bearing a message about your physical space. Do you hold on to things because you're afraid of losing your energetic connection to the past, to people who are no longer in your life, or to goals you've never pursued? Or could you have these items around because you feel guilty if you got rid of them? Are your storage and living spaces stuffed with reminders of what you are not, when they should be holding only objects that reflect who you are and aspire to be? If something is no longer making you feel joyful, empowered, and excited, Frog spirit is telling you to let it go and free yourself to leap forward into something new, trusting you will always have what you need. Beautiful. Beautiful. Basically everything I already talked about though. So I think I'm just going to skip. I'll do Soul's Journey at the end. I really want to get into the spread. I don't know why I'm really eager for this spread, but I am. There's just something, I'm like really excited, like giddy excited, but like, what is it? So let's see. What do I want to use? I actually think I will use this deck for, nope, they're telling me no. Okay, I guess I won't, sorry. Ooh, let's use Tarot of Dreams. I have a feeling we're going to see some Palace cards, which are indicative of the environment that we're in. I won't be shocked if they come out. I'm seeing the Palace of Swords, so we will see what happens. And then once I pull these cards, I'll pick my clarifiers after. Tower and the 8 of Pentacles. There is the diligence and the transformation. Capricorn energy, no less. Actually Virgo, but. All right, let's see what's going on. Show me what I need to see for the collective for the full moon in Aquarius. What do I need to see for the collective for the full moon in Aquarius? Show me what I need to see for the full moon in Aquarius. Again, I'm seeing whales. Whales are all about communication. It's also about telepathy. Some of you are actually going to be clairvoyant, so clairaudient frequencies, basically. Okay, so if that's the case, you really need to meditate, guys. That's all about connecting with your higher self. If you have spiritual gifts that are trying to come in, you need to ascend. You need to expand your consciousness. In order to do that, you need to be brutally honest with yourself, and you need to do the purging of what no longer serves you. Because some of you, this is in regards to just gifts trying to come in, spiritual gifts like clairs of some sort, clairaudient, clairvoyant, claircognizant, and it's not happening because there's things just taking up too much space in your vessel. Okay, so let's see what's going on for the collective for August 2020 for this full moon in Aquarius. Queen of Wands again, beautiful. What's going on with the collective for the full moon in Aquarius? Full moon in Aquarius. I think I'm going to do jumpers for this one. I don't want to do a spread. The Sun and the 8 of Swords in reverse. Leo energy, Gemini energy with the 8 of Swords in reverse. What other energies should we expect for the collective for the full moon in Aquarius? Beautiful. Putting all of these back. Got the King of Wands, 6 of Cups, and the Fool. Uranus energy, Sun with the 6 of Cups, and Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag with the King of Wands. I really like this. I really like this energy with this. This is somebody from your past, though. This is a soulmate. Some of you haven't been with this person for a while. You haven't been talking. This is also some of you learning to balance the masculine energy within yourself in order to step in to the new beginning. Because the 6 of Cups is also balance. 6s are indicative of balance, and the 6 of Cups is always about the soul connection, right? Whether it be romantic or within self. Some of you, this is definitely self. I don't think this is actually meant for us. I just don't feel drawn to it at all, so I'm just throwing it back in the deck. What else should the collective this feels like past energy, though. The King of Wands and the 6 of Cups feel past. This feels brand new. Obviously, it's a Fool. Yeah, 5 of Cups. I feel this is your person. I'm going to do 2 spreads. I was actually thinking this before I went live. We're going to have love, and then we're going to have something in regards to the soul. Some of you are dealing with a Libra. Justice came out. Some of you, this is this person coming back to actually right the wrongs that happened between you, the falling out that occurred. This is that rebellious, I don't give an F energy. They've been dwelling on it for a while, and it's kind of like, you know what? I'm finally ready to come forward. I'm finally ready to speak my truth. I've gotten all the information I need. I'm just going to say what I need to say. I want to get your energy. What do I need to see for the collective, please? Yeah, King of Pentacles in the Tower. You're in building mode. We have two masculine energies, though. That's probably that butting of heads. Both wanting to take control, both wanting to take charge. Okay, let me show this. You guys are chit-chatting, so. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles and the Tower. This is a lot of, I'm ready to build, I'm ready to take action. This is you. This is you getting rid of what no longer serves you, understanding that this transformation is necessary. I freaking love this Tower. I absolutely adore it. And then we have this King of Wands with the Six of Cups. And this feels like someone who's just been watching you for a long time. I think you actually already know this person. Six of Cups is also indicative of past life connections and memories. Someone's finally over the pain of the past and ready to reconcile with the Five of Cups and the Justice card. This is also indicative of restoring balance, righting wrongs. I do think this is a mutual energy. You're very focused on building, though, whereas your person's very focused on the connection. You're very focused on building. It's almost like the out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, this has been coming up in a lot of the weekly readings too, guys, so I'm not shocked. I'm experiencing this in my personal life as well. So this could also be friendship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could also be friendship. So I want you to be mindful of that. What tarot deck do I want to use now for clarifiers? Let's use Manga Tarot. No, actually. Let's use Spellcasters. I'm digging Spellcasters right now. I want to see the overall. Queen of Pentacles, yeah. You're learning how to balance your polarities. That's what's going on here, because this is the overall energy. You're learning the balance. This is your transformation. And I feel like that's why the first 2 weeks of August are really delayed. I don't take this as a true pair. I think your person is the other masculine energy, the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles is what you're currently at. This transformation is about balancing the nurturing side, the loving side, the opening up the heart space again after betrayal while you're building. Because masculine builds and feminine sustains, feminine nurtures. I really like this. Yeah, this, if you guys have watched the weekly readings, this is very cohesive with all of it. Which makes sense, because that's the week of this. It's the week of this full moon. Let's see what's going on. I want to look at this Tower. I just want to jump right to the Tower. Why is the Tower here for the collective, please, for this full moon in Aquarius? Why is the Tower here for the full moon in Aquarius? Where's the Tower here for the full moon in Aquarius? Three of Wands in reverse and the Star. You've been waiting for a long time because you knew it on a soul level. It was part of your destiny, this person coming back. Some of you, it's not even about reconciling in the relationship, coming back together. Some of you, it's just about being civil, being cordial, having the connection, be in a good place, right? We'll know as we get to the King of Wands, but there's something more with the Tower outside of this connection. It feels very like material related. Like I'm very focused on my stability. Why is this deck giving me such an issue with shuffling right now? Thank you. Tell me what I need to see with the Tower for the collective. Why is the Tower here for the collective for the full moon Aquarius? Show me an eagle. So the new perspectives, I really like that. We talked about that with the aspects. You're getting a new perspective on yourself, actually, about what you need in relationships, about what you require, and you're realizing what you can actually give to yourself that you might have been looking for in other people in the past. Exactly. The Chariot. You're moving away from all the drama. You're moving away from all the unnecessary bickering with people because you're realizing that you can serve yourself. You have everything you need to bring it into your own reality. You don't need to find it. For some of you, it's validation. It's just simply validation. I want to look at you. This transformation is just literally putting you on your path. Cancer energy and Aquarius energy with the Star and the Chariot. Two major arcana on top of the Tower. Beautiful. Let's look at the King of Pentacles. Yes, feels very unfinished business kind of energy. Why is the King of Pentacles here for the collective? do we got? The Hangman, Judgment in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles. This is the new perspective. You're getting a new perspective so you can make the decisions on how you want to move forward, where you want to invest your time and energy. I absolutely love this. This is freaking amazing. Amazing. Judgment's also about karma. I just heard return. So obviously return of the past. Return is something that is gone and back again, right? That's return. Sorry, I do have to pay attention to what's going on. Okay. So with the Hangman on the King of Pentacles, this is you getting the new perspective because you're realizing that where you put your energy in the past has probably been giving way too much to other people, and you're actually realizing that you can find full fulfillment within yourself because you're in the process of learning how to balance your polarities, your masculine and your feminine. This is a collective theme. I actually got this in my own meditation. As a lot of you know, my two guides are a black and white massive cobra. They literally will like touch my ceiling. That's how big they are. In my recent meditations, they've merged into one that's split down the middle in black and white, which is the masculine and the feminine. So I'm not shocked that this is actually playing out in the collective. Let's look at the Justice card. That's actually, I really want to see what's being, I want to say fixed. Why is Justice here? Yeah, Knight of Cups. Somebody wasn't true or honest about what they had felt in the past at all. This is someone who comes in and just feeds you bullshit, to be honest with you. This is the person that comes in and it's all like, I know I might have told you in the past that I really wanted this, that I want a long-term commitment, that I was fully in, that I'll always be there for you, I'll be your rock. And it was just telling you what you wanted to hear because they were just an energy vampire. They were just getting what they needed from you and they would dip in and out. Hey, Patty, how are you? Yeah, you and Gab are on the same page, probably, for sure. So let's get one more on Justice. You see what I mean? Like when I channel, I'm like really serious and then I read the chats and it's like bipolar Jordan comes out and I'm like, smile. I'm like, what is happening? Okay, yes. I knew it. I was waiting for it. There you go. So your person, the stagnancy between you, again, very deep soul connection. Your person stepping into the divine masculine. They're going through their own transformation. The universe actually is what stopped them from coming in and fulfilling. I really say this contract because Justice is about legalities. It is about contracts. Could also be indicative of divorce that is now being finalized, things going right in your favor. But whoever this is that you were dealing with, they're coming back to basically apologize, to fix things, because they recognize that in the past things were stagnant because they were being controlling. They wanted things their way or the highway. Wheel of Fortune in reverse is the Jupiter energy. It's the stagnancy between you two. And the lack of, I want to say, emotional comfort. Someone who's very emotionally shut off, and yet it's almost like they breadcrumb. They give you what you needed to feel this is enough. But it really wasn't, right? Because it left you in a Five of Cups. So let's look at the Five of Cups now. High Priestess, yep, you're not upset over anymore because you see them for what they were back then. And I say back then because they've taken a brand new form. They were not an emperor in the past. They feel like a King of Wands in reverse in the past. Someone who's very manipulative, someone who knows how to talk a really good game. Whether they be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. It's just the energy, right? But they are very masculine. But I feel that they try to come off as very feminine, like very nurturing, very loving, very, I want to say charismatic as well. Like they can be very fun. I want to say dancing for some reason. They're showing me somebody who's like at, what are those music festivals where people are just like dancing and raving? Yeah, exactly. And a lot of readers get the same cards because they're tapping into a collective consciousness. So we're going to have very similar messages, especially if they're really aligned. If they're really aligned and all their weekly readings have a similar theme, you're going to know that reader's aligned, and it's going to show. They're going to be very similar. So be mindful of that. Because if you get someone who's really left field, either it's a personal reading or they might not be as connected as, because I know I watch like 5-6 readers and like our messages are all like identical. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love all you guys. But you're getting clarity about giving your power away actually to this person. And that's what actually left you more upset than losing the connection. It was more of like, how could I have invested my time in this? How could I have given so much to this person? How could I have thought this was going somewhere? It feels like a lot of self-blame actually for entertaining this energy, whoever this person was to you. And that's what took your power away. And that's what made you shut down the nurturing heart space side and get into a more masculine, creative, self-serving kind of energy, right? But you're seeing that now. And that's what actually you're in the process of healing, because that's why the Tower moment's coming in. Remember, to move you forward on your path. Beautiful. Let's look at your person. Let's look at your person. Okay. Okay, I have to separate these. Why do I? Okay, no. I was about to use a different deck for this, to be honest, just for your person. Why is the King of Wands here? Why is the King of Wands here for the collective, for this full moon in Aquarius? Nope, I got to use a different deck. I can't. There's something that's already out on the board. It's probably the Tower, to be honest with you. I need a different deck for these two. What do I want to use? Let's use Grand Lux Tarot. Yeah, King of Cups and the Three of Wands when I split the deck. It's hard to place such trust in that idea. Think about it. If that's true, then the prediction of the reconciliation or return to the soulmate has to be true as well. So here's the thing. Yes, Ali's Tarot is actually one of the readers I watch all the time. I love her. I love her. Her Balmy Spirit. What is the full name of her channel? Water Baby Tarot. There we go. Those two readers I watch all the time. But the thing is, we read the energy. So the thing that makes that reconciliation not happen is your person's free will, is their ego, is the fear getting in the way of them actually approaching. Because that energy reads what's happening on a soul level. The energy reads what they want to do. It doesn't mean that they're actually going to act on it, right? Because that's when free will comes into play, and they can sabotage a reconciliation by simply not taking that action. Oh yeah, I love Balmy Spirit. Absolutely adore her. That's actually what made me start my channel. All right, let's talk about the King of Wands. Why is the King of Wands here? Temperance in reverse. Yeah, they're very reluctant to heal. Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Hangman and the Devil. Like I just said, sometimes their free will, the fear, the doubt is actually what stops them from coming in for the reconciliation. So they do not feel in their power. They're still trying to get a new perspective, this King of Wands energy. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, they feel very out of whack, right? This is someone who doesn't feel secure, doesn't feel stable, doesn't feel confident, and doesn't think that they can pursue what they really want to, right? They're trying to get a new perspective. Then we have the Devil in reverse and Temperance in reverse. The Devil's Capricorn energy, Temperance is Sagittarius energy. Could be dealing with either one of those signs. The Devil in reverse is basically them struggling to release the shadow side, struggling to release the fear, the doubt, the scarcity mindset. The reconciliation isn't going to work into their favor. And they're thinking that basically, what's the point of me trying this because I might get rejected? It's that fear. I do feel them getting over this, though. Time to let go of that. Yeah. All those readers are really in tune. I talk to all of them on Patreon, actually. Because Ali's part of Rodin's Patreon, and so am I. They're always on there. It's awesome. All right, let's look at the Six of Cups. Why is the Six of Cups here? Yeah, this connection is very burdensome to them, and they have a very pessimistic mentality around this connection. They don't know what to do. With the Six of Wands in reverse on top of the Six of Cups, they know that it has the opportunity to be successful. They know it. And with the Nine of Wands there, that's them, wounded warrior. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to achieve the victory. And in between that is the Three of Wands energy, the waiting, the waiting. They're just waiting. They're very scared to move forward. So let's look at the Fool. I'm actually going to use Grand Lux for the Fool as well. Empress, there you are. I was waiting for it. And the Queen of Pentacles came out horizontal, but I had the innate instinct to just turn it in reverse, to be honest with you. They do see you as the divine feminine energy, which I really like. We do have a true pair, a very balanced true pair on the board, the Emperor and the Empress, both here. There is a little bit of resistance to this connection coming together. I don't think that it's both of you sitting in your shadow. I think it's resistance. It feels like a more power struggle that I'm waiting on you to contact me, but they're waiting on you to contact them. That's what it feels like. What's the mutual energy between this Emperor and Empress? What's the mutual energy between the Emperor and Empress? Wow, you get the Six of Swords in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Hierophant. Very spiritual bond here, very spiritual marriage, very strong connection. Divinely guided for sure. Unable to move forward because both of you are still looking back at the past. And between the Seven of Swords and the Six of Swords is an Ace of Swords energy, the opportunity for a truthful, honest, brand new beginning, but there's a lot of resistance to it. I do think this energy is going to pass come the second half of August. Okay. I'm going to let you guys pick. So I could do Celtic cross for this connection, or I could do a brand new spread and see what comes out. But either way, I think I'm going to do a cross for the next spread. What do you think? I've always been the one to reach out. Who's been amazing? Yeah. Yeah, they would be all booked out for a year. With that kind of following for sure. Okay. Okay, well, if you guys ain't going to pick, I'm going to pick. I'll just do another Celtic cross then. I do want to do it with this deck in Grand Lux Tarot. I'm going to put this away. Okay, cool. Glad we're all on the same page. Let's get to it. Let's do it, do it, get to it, do it. Okay, I have a feeling it's going to, okay, let's see if we get different messages, please. What other messages do we have for the collective, for this full moon in Aquarius? What other messages do we have for the collective? Okay, some of you, this is definitely a counterpart situation, and it's been a power battle back and forth, back and forth. It's time to release the ego and just be honest. What does your heart want? And are you stopping yourself from going after what your heart wants because of an ego? Or are you stopping yourself because it doesn't serve you to your highest good? There's a difference. So be brutally honest with yourself about that, right? And maybe you'll even say that to your person. Listen, like, I was letting my ego get in the way and I really didn't want to reach out, but I just want to let you know that you've been on my mind and I hope you're doing well. Right? It doesn't have to be a big old thing. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Okay? So let's see what's going on here. Show me what I need to see for the collective for August. What do I need to see for the collective for August, for the full moon in Aquarius? I don't know why I want to do the full month of August right now. It's so bad. What's going on with the collective for this full moon in Aquarius? What should the collective expect for the full moon in Aquarius? What should the collective expect for the full moon in Aquarius? Thank you, Patty. I appreciate it. I was petrified to put my readings up on YouTube. I was. Damn, I'm almost at an hour. Okay, I'm going to have to be quick because my camera battery will only last me so long. What does the collective need to know for the full moon in Aquarius? Please, Spirit. What does the collective need to know for the full moon in Aquarius? Wow. Overall energy. It's basically the same spread, guys. It really is. Overall energy, Knight of Cups in reverse. And then you have the 10 of Cups in reverse underneath it, followed by the Page of Cups who decide to flip upright. Okay? So there is mutual love here. There's a desire, a craving to want to explain how much I feel for you, how much I care for you, how much I want you, right? But there's the resistance to it. The 10 of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Cups, this just feels like a fear of rejection. This whole thing just feels like a fear of rejection that needs to be overcome. Okay, recent past, Hierophant in reverse, very spiritual, deep connection that didn't work out, could also be indicative of divorce. Current situation, you get the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the scarcity mindset, the fear of abandonment that needs to be released, could also be somebody coming out of the cold. Someone coming out of the cold, but the obstacle is them actually coming, right? Actually coming in with the communication. They could be coming in really hot. It could be very aggressive, very impulsive. I appreciate it, Carrie. Thank you, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up, but I'm also like blind. Full moon is tomorrow. Yes, it is. It's out tomorrow at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time, 10:59 Central, 9:59 Mountain, and 8:59 Pacific. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know how that name came to me. It just did, honestly. I just really liked it, and I'm a science brain, so it worked out. Immediate future, we do have the world, so this is completion of cycles. I do feel that this is a brand new beginning with both of you guys. We do have the Fool in the center of the card there. Saturn energy, Capricorn, right? Ruled by Capricorn. We have 3 planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto, all in Capricorn right now. So I love that the world's here in the immediate future. What's known is you're going through a massive transformation. Scorpio energy with the Death card, Focus of the reading is the Knight of Pentacles, taking cautious but very methodical steps towards growing yourself and the connection, right? Absolutely love that. The current energy is the devil, is the fear, is the doubt, is the scarcity mindset, is the limiting self-beliefs. This is what Chiron's coming in, that aspect to try and get us to purge, right? Because this is what's holding back us from stepping into that new energy. I'm just going to jump ahead because the devil's here because it's blocking an Ace of Pentacles and an Ace of Cups. They're both in reverse. Energies around you, you are most likely aware of. Typically, I would say you're not aware of, but it's the Six of Cups. We already know that it's present. Hopes and fears. New beginning of love is not going to come in. Potential outcome, Ace of Pentacles. I'm not going to say much about the Ace of Pentacles because it could always change when I do clarifiers. So let's get into it. I am going to speed talk through this. So if I am not reading your chats much, it's so I can actually get you the rest of your reading before my battery dies. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for the collective, for the full moon in Aquarius in regards to this spread, peace, spirit. What's going on for the collective? They did just show me a fox. Fox is a Seven of Swords energy. It's a very sneaky energy. I do think this is both of you turning your back to this, and it does feel ego-based. Ego-based. Okay. Why is the Knight of Cups the overall energy? Death and the Page of Wands. Rebirth. This person's trying to get the courage, gain the information and the new perspective so they can come in and express their passion. They're actually really struggling to right now, though. It does tie. Yes. Yeah, manifestation with energy takes a long time, guys. Not a long time. That was a really bad phrase to say. It's going to take divine time, right? So if you manifest it now, it might not happen for 3 or 4 months, or maybe it will happen in 3 or 4 weeks. It all depends on your limiting self-beliefs, how much blockages you have there, and when the divine wants you to have it. Then the Page of Wands in reverse is a very manipulative energy. I also think that's your person taking a new form. They're no longer going to show up as a Page of Wands in reverse. Someone who knows how to play mind games. I think that's what's on the way out, which is why the romance is delayed, right? So on the Hierophant in the recent past, we do have the Four of Swords. The Hierophant in reverse is indicative of endings of very strong commitments, contracts, relationships, marriages. That's what needed to be healed in the past. I feel that the form you were in with this person was toxic, was very codependent. I don't like it. Let's give me one more on the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. It was dropped. It was dropped for a new beginning. I want to say this was dropped to focus on self. There was a massive retreat here. It just feels like a really big pushback. Like, I'm done. There's too much games. There's too much inconsistency. I'm done. I'm going to do my own thing. That's really what it feels like. Because it felt like Two of Pentacles, which isn't just indecision. It's also juggling. It's also just too much on my plate. I don't know what to do. I can't handle it all. Okay, let's look at the Five of Pentacles in the current situation. There's the King of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. Your person's in a lot of inner conflict about putting in the work to have this new beginning with you because they're still overcoming the Five of Pentacles in reverse, the abandonment, the hurt, the pain of you leaving them or you detaching from them. I really want to say detaching. Yep, Eight of Swords came out as well in reverse, Libra energy. They're still trying to get out of their head. This is the current situation. This just feels like a lot of delays. I think your person's still going through the transformation. It's time to focus on you right now, though. It really is. Focus more on you. Don't focus on this. Look at that. Don't focus on this. Focus more on you, Miss Independent. Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Swords in reverse. Don't worry about the communication coming in. I also want to say confrontation. Some of you might be anticipating an argument. Don't. Claim your own power. Stand in your power. Don't be too impulsive with this, right? Just be patient. I won't be shocked if Temperance comes out because I feel it. It's like I just want to go. There's that Knight of Swords again, the Emperor in reverse, Six of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the King of Swords. They will eventually make action. They will. They will, they will, they will. They need to find clarity, though, and they're not yet in a divine masculine energy with the Emperor in reverse and the Knight of Swords. That's what they're working toward. In the past, you know them as the player energy, though, with the Knight of Wands and the Six of Cups. That's what you remember them as, but their actual current energy that they're trying to embody is a King of Wands and a King of Swords and an Emperor. They're evolving to an Emperor energy. They're just not there yet. Let's look at the new beginning, the world. Nine of Wands. Giving up. Ooh. They might be letting the devil get the best of them, to be honest. They're exhausted. They're very tired. They're very tired. Queen of Cups, Six of Swords. But at the same time, they're not willing to move on from this connection. They do feel you cold, though. They do feel you very cold. And I don't think that you're cold. I think that's actually their perception. I think that's just what they're anticipating, and that's what they're manifesting in their mind, and that's what's making them want to tap out and not move forward with it. There's something else with this World card, though. Ace of Swords. Yeah, they're not being honest with themselves. They want the new beginning. They're not being honest at all with the Ace of Swords there. Yeah, attachments, outcomes, and expectations. We're all guilty of it. We really are. I will always be here, guys. I'll always shoot you straight. You know, I'm guilty of this stuff too. Like nobody's on their high horse here. No one's on their high horse on this channel. I can tell you that real quick. There's just a massive need to be this person, whoever this is resonating with. I do feel it's your person because I think that the masculine energy here is looking at you thinking that you're emotionally shut down when you're really not. You're kind of just waiting for them to get their ducks in a row. I really wanted to say get their shit together, but ducks in a row sounds a lot nicer, so we'll use that, you know. But they're not being honest, though. It's like they expect the worst. They're very pessimistic at times, and it's hard for them to put things in a realistic, like see the light in things, like see things for what they really could be, because they're just expecting the world to fall down on them. Oh, frick, yes. Look at this. Death. The transformation is realizing that their happiness lies with you and that they need to be open to giving and receiving. They understand that the block here, the imbalance between this soulmate connection, was the lack of equal effort being put in. That's what's known. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles and the focus of the reading. Ten of Pentacles, legacy. This is the focus, right? Building the legacy, building the long-term commitment. I want to actually see who's taking this action. Who's taking this action to build? Who's taking this action, please, Spirit? Tell me more about this Knight. Five of Cups in reverse. This might be you. Three of Pentacles, the building card, Judgment, making the final decision, and the Chariot. We got all these cards in the previous spread as well. This is listening to the soul. This is you moving forward, serving yourself to your highest good. Some of you are finally just going to put your ego aside and say, listen, like I have been thinking about you and my ego's been getting in the way, but I just want you to know that you've been on my mind and I hope everything's well with you. It seriously feels as simple as that. Like it doesn't need to be a big extravagant apology or like, you really hurt me, you did this. They're aware. They're aware. And just the opening up of the door of communication is actually going to help a lot of this to move forward because it's destined. It's part of the path. It's part of the journey, especially with Judgment there. That's the divine higher power. Let's look at the Devil and the current energy. I just heard what's holding you back. Okay, so what's up with the Devil? Queen of Pentacles, like we said in the beginning, tapping into the feminine side, the nurturing side, the loving side, getting out of that masculine energy because your person's claimed the masculine. They've claimed the masculine, and that's fine. You're capable of tapping into the feminine, and you need to do so. Very nurturing, very grounding. Also the perfect partner card. Tell me more. Yeah. Balancing the masculine and the feminine. We talked about this. You had Justice and the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles come out the first time. That's your current energy. That's your own transformation you're going through. Why? Because it's leading you to your 10 of Cups. Aquarius energy with the Star and the 10 of Cups. Again, we had the same two cards come out. Let's look at the 6 of Cups and exterior energies. And then I'm going to rush through and so we can pull some romance angels before my camera battery dies. Why is the 6 of Cups here? Queen of Wands. We have a true pair. Hello, hello. Welcome to the party. Nice to see you. It's definitely a divinely guided connection. Definitely destined. Absolutely freaking love this. Very powerful. Two master manifestors. I'm telling you, the second you stop the power struggle of, well, I'm not going to reach out because I've always reached out, or you're not going to reach out because you always reach out. When that's done and you actually start to talk and just say, F it, that rebellious energy, I'm going to do what I need to do, it's going to move forward. Why is the Ace of Cups here? And the hopes and fears. There's a massive fear of rejection, though, and things not working in your favor. And mind you, this person has free will. They might still run from it because their fear gets in the way. You are scared of rejection. You know that you want to go in. We have a Emperor and an Empress on the board as well, but your person's still going through the transformation, which is also why I feel you making the approach. You have more confidence in this person. You do. their egos very in the way. Whereas you're able to humble yourself a little bit and say, this is silly. It's really not this big of a deal. We could really resolve this much easier if we just put down our swords. Let's look at the, yep, Ace of Pentacles. 8 of Cups in reverse. 2 of Swords. Ace of Cups. And the 10 of Wands in reverse. Releasing the burden. Oh, look who showed up. The King of Cups. Oh, and look what we have. Another true pair. You have 3 true pairs on the board. Don't go telling me that you don't love this person because Spirit says otherwise, okay? So toodaloo with all that poo-poo you're trying to feed me. 8 of Cups in reverse and the 2 of Swords. It's the struggle, wanting to walk away but feeling stuck, feeling very tied to this connection, not knowing, should I go, should I stay, should I fight for it, should I not, right? It's the need to just say, F it. I'm going to share what I really feel, whether or not it actually brings me to my 10 of Pentacles. It's going to be very freeing to at least say it, get it out there, know the freaking answer so I can move on with my life, whether it's with this person or whether or not they reject me. I don't think they're going to reject you. I think they're actually going to be really shocked. Let's pull some romance angels now that I sped talk through this entire spread. Whew. That's a Jersey in me coming out. That's speed talking. What does the collective need to know about this spread? What does the collective need to know about this connection? Show me what I need to see about this connection for the collective. I'm so baffled that love came up because this is very, I knew it was going to. I saw it in my own meditation for the reading, but I was kind of hoping it wouldn't. We talk about love all the time, you know. Look at this. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. It's time to take back control of your life. Remember, my transformation is not your transformation. You're turning into an empress. They're turning into an emperor. It's not your job to go in and save them, but it is your job to express your love, to express your emotion, right? It doesn't need to be this big facade. It doesn't. Doesn't need to be a big old deal either. Go ahead, make the romantic gesture. It feels very light. It doesn't feel like, and if they don't respond, they don't respond, but they will with time. Because I feel some of you, your person's ego is going to be like, well, I'm not going to respond to them for a week or 2. They're just playing a game. Yeah, because they're still healing. They're still going through the transformation. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Again, back to that rooted in childhood, scarcity mindset. Things are never going to work. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This is probably talking to people, confiding in people about your fears, about abandonment. It could be even telling this to your person. I do feel more like a mother figure with that. Like, I'm scared to talk to this person because what if they reject me, right? But true love, it's the romance of a lifetime. Okay. Do I want to pull anything else? Do I? Dun, 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 dun. Let's pull. That's so funny you say a counseling session because my mom and brother are therapists and they watch my videos and they're like, what you do is literally what we do. And I was like, oh, cool. I didn't have to spend thousands of dollars at school to do it, though. Okay, so let's get any advice for the collective in regards to this connection. Any advice for the collective? Why? Why? Where'd it go? Okay, so we're just going to do this because my camera's going to die soon anyway. There's a stream of love supporting my dreams. We know this. And then the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. This is that I don't give an F attitude. This is, you know what, it resonates with me on a soul level. I have a lot of love for this person. I've connected with my higher self. I know I'm being pushed toward them, so I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go get one more deck. Goddess guidance. I just said goddess. Goddess guidance. Exactly. We can't control other people. They have free will. So you can, if you want to say it, it's time to say it. It's time to say it. Yes, hummingbirds. It's funny because I actually pulled from Spirit Animal for myself yesterday. And I got the hummingbird spirit, which is all about being still. Kind of like accepting the now, being in the now, not worrying about the what ifs and the whens and all that. What advice do we have for the collective for the full moon in Aquarius? What advice do we have for the collective? Artemis, guardian, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protective. And Coventina, purification, the purge. It's time for cleansing and detoxification of your body and mind. Absolutely love this. So this is the advice for the overall full moon energy. Let's get some advice in regards to this connection. Golden opportunity came out, but I'm not going to take it because I was shuffling. Your independence is a foundation of your strength and success. I've been working a lot with the collective, and Vast keeps coming up for me. She's coming up left and right in every meditation. A lot of cat imagery. I've even been seeing cats when I walk outside, which are not by me normally at all, black cats specifically. And that's all this independent, very self-sufficient kind of energy. And it's time to really embody that. It's time to just accept that. This is what I want to do. This is for me. This is my path. This is where I want to go. I want you to be part of it. And if you're not willing to accept it, that's fine. You have your own free will, but I'm going to be transparent with you about it. Okay. And there's golden opportunity again. Yemanya. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Don't look at them. Walk through them. Go. Okay, lovelies. This is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this energy shift reading. My head's killing me, actually, so I'm going to hop off here, sage my whole apartment, take a nice little nap, and I will probably hop on later on. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. I will hop on a live later on this week, hopefully, so you guys can do super chat questions. If you just want a 2-question reading as well, you can do that through my website, mentoring, Reiki sessions, and Patreon is now available. So if you want access to more of these energy shift readings, as well as all the monthly readings for all the zodiac signs, go ahead, sign up down below. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Rest today. Do your full moon ritual tonight and set some amazing intentions. Do it. Don't worry about this other person, right? Focus on you. Be independent. Do what you're called to do. I love you guys.